Come to a comfortable seat in Virasana or Sukhasana. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. Feel the sensations of your body. Feel the sensations of your breath. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. It's Yoga Sutra 1.1. The Yoga Sutras, for those of you that don't know, are a compilation of yoga, which are a roadmap to samadhi or even further viveka. Samadhi is the state of oneness, being in the present, the now. Viveka is conscious living, living in a way that we as individuals are part of a whole. Just like a drop of water is part of the ocean, we are a part of everything. At the same time, the Yoga Sutras know we are human, and there's gonna be talky, different things going in your head all the time, all this chatter going on. We're human. We're not trying to get rid of all of that chatter. We're just trying to cultivate it. We're trying to cultivate the part of the brain that we're trying to focus on being in the now. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. The very first Yoga Sutra. Get you right into the now. This sutra is how I fell in love with yoga. When I moved to New York, I hadn't done yoga, and I was all over the place. My brain was in 6 or 7 places at the same time. I had 6 or 7 thoughts going on. I had 6 or 7 jobs at the same time. I am 6 feet, almost 6 feet tall, and my stature was that of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. My back was in pain because I was in a bad car accident when I was 17, and I just, with rehab and everything, it just wouldn't stop. And also, I was off balance. I was constantly falling down, walking into things, and injuring myself. My brain was not connected to my body. So one of my friends that was a yoga teacher, Liz Bueller, looked at my gait and she saw that my shoulder was hanging out of its socket. She popped it back in the socket, and all that pain of 8 years went away instantly. And Liz told me to go to more physical therapy, and then after that, come to her yoga class. So what could I do? She made my back pain go away, so I went to her class. And in my very first class, she was teaching the Yoga Sutra Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. And in that yoga class, I was more present in the now than I'd ever been. And there were times when my brain chatter stopped, and my mind and my brain started working together. It was me time, and just to think and feel what I was feeling right now on the yoga mat. and I fell instantly in love. And I would go to as many classes as I possibly could. Any free moments that I had, I would go to a yoga class after that. So skip forward 20 years, and so my yoga teacher now, Matt Giordano, the yoginatmatt.com. He is amazing. He's an anatomy specialist. I know names of muscles and how to stretch them, how to strengthen them. I know how to stretch and strengthen them at the same time, which is called a facilitated stretch. And I also know how to step into the fire and hold a pose and align it so it's safe for my body. And why I started teaching yoga is because I really want to pass these amazing feelings on to you right now, in the present, at the yoga nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. I invite you all to chant Atta Yoga Nusasanam with me 3 times. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. Come to your yoga mat in child's pose. Knees wide, arms outstretched in front of you. So my TTL, if you haven't guessed, that was my opening. My TTL is Atta Yoga Nusasanam. In the now, yoga happens. Where I'm going to use my TTL is in my first Uttanasana and my first down dog, my first down dog in Sun A, my first down dog, no, not my last down dog in Sun B, and I'm going to use it in my revolved high lunge in my standing sequence, and in my peak pose, and which is revolved triangle, and in the pigeon pose cool down, and in Shavasana. Okay, and in my closing speech, I'm going to say, how Atta Yoga Nusasanam, in the now, yoga happens. I want you to take this out into the world with you. When your mind is going crazy and or you walk into a fire hydrant when you're thinking one thing and you're not being present in the now, like I did last week. I walked into a fire hydrant. I just said, okay, Jody, you need to come into the now. And I said, Atta Yoga Nusasanam. And I came into the now, and I wasn't thinking. I walked to the mailbox without walking into anything else that day. You can also use this in meditation. You can use it and just anytime you need to come into the now, just repeat Atha Yoga Nusasanam to yourself. And if you would like to know more about the Yoga Sutras, you can always read the book by Alan Finger and the Tantra of Yoga Sutras. And also, which I am finding amazing, is the February 2022 immersion that Matt Giordano, my amazing anatomy specialist, amazing to keep you away from injuries. He is teaching an immersion right now on the Yoga Sutras. So go to theyogimat.com and scoop that up, and you can learn more about Yoga Sutras and more about your body. So I would like to thank you for coming to the mat and for being good to yourself. And I would like to thank all of the teachers that came before us and everybody that taught us this wonderful practice of yoga. Thank you all. Namaste.